Oh, man. Well, it says I'm live. Let's see if we can get some people in here. Get started right here on time at 9 o'clock and everything. So that's a good thing, getting started on time. And if everybody noticed, I don't have anything behind me, no cars, whatever. We've been working over here. We actually had my dump truck in here earlier. Uh, Jim had to fix a tire. We had a blowout. So we had a blowout and we had to get it fixed. And Jim just left everything scattered. He worked overtime for me Friday, went past his normal get off time and finished that tire. And he said, I'm leaving everything just where it's at. I'll fix it Monday. So that's what he's done. He's got it all set right here. He'll clean it up when he comes in tomorrow. Hey, Jamie. Well, birthday week was pretty good. Birthday week was pretty good. We had Tuesday, we had a birthday party for my son and myself. Tuesday was his birthday. Wednesday, we had a birthday party at my sister-in-law's for myself and my sister-in-law, and then all of Barbara's sisters and my brother-in-laws. So we kind of had that, and then oh, good gracious, we did stuff all week long. Sort of, my son and I went shopping and everything to. We went to Home Depot and got him some birthday stuff he was wanting. He was wanting a new shop vac and a few other things. So I took the uh, the Father's Day cards that I got from my son and my daughter and spent that on my son. So it was a good time. I kidded my son. I said if you'd given me more from my Father's Day, I would have got it all completed. He said I should have give you less, and he said that way I could have saved money because I put the rest of it on my Home Depot card and everything. So he laughed about that, and we had a good time. And my grandson came down and helped me a couple of days uh, around the yard and stuff like that. So we did that. Uh, Update on my trees and everything. They finished the 15 or 16 acres that we've got over on this left field, and then We've got some trees over here in the middle of the pasture that had sweet gums and some poplar and stuff like that I wanted taken out anyway. And they had gotten too large, so we've got some of those, and they're going to clean that up so it kind of make my pasture a little bit larger. And then we're going to start on this grove of trees going down toward my house, which is about 7 acres probably. So I've got a few more trees to do and clean up to do, and I got work with equipment that I'm going to have to do myself after they're gone. So there'll be a lot of that, and hopefully, I've been taking a lot of videos. I just by the time end of the day, I've been tired and I haven't wanted to edit any videos. But I'm gonna have to get together and edit some videos and put some stuff up. I was kidding Jimmy. I was taking some pictures. Jim was doing some tire work, like I said, and I was taking some pictures of Jimmy. And I said, everybody's going to think, what the heck's going on? Who's the other guy that I got working for me? Because I got Jim with his long hair before he gets a yearly haircut. Jim gets one haircut a year, and he gets it usually around the 1st of June, late May or June or something. So he's got short hair again in this new video. But I got one video with him with long hair I got to put up too. So I got before and after with Jimmy. But yeah, he's my resident hippie, and I like to give him a hard time. But he doesn't look like a hippie now, and he's getting less and less hair each year. So it's there's not as much of that to comb back. Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job for me, Jamie. I'm real tickled with them. They're not tearing up my pasture too much. I mean, we've had some really wet days. Lately, they're not as bad wet as they have been, and so they're not too bad. Uh, but there's a couple times they rutted it out pretty good, and they had to get further and further over because they'd made so many big ruts. They had to move over. They've smoothed it out, and I'm gonna have to go back and kind of clean that up because they've got a D6 dozer out there that we can go behind and clean up where they have had their mess and everything. And I'm gonna have to re-sow where they I'm gonna have to re-sow the grass where they were tracking through and that sort of stuff. But that's neither one way or the other. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'll spend a couple $100 on grass seed and get that going again, and try to make that look good. Just part of running a farm, doing my thing, and that sort of stuff. So that's what you got to do. What's everybody out there doing? I see a good many people in, not many chatters right now. I had to get some people chatting with me, so I know what's going on. Oh me, but it's been a pretty nice week. Warm. It's gotten warm again. We've gotten uh, the Canadian smoke is back down here on top of us again. I don't know how many people are getting it all through the Northeast, and I mean it's hazy out there. I mean it's still hazy a little bit today. I mean it's just not a clear blue sky like we usually see, and we just got a little hazy look to it right now. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Well, I hope everybody will jump in here and start. I'm not seeing much chatting. Okay, there we go. There's Walter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our president, he he's just not happy, is he? Of course, I'm not happy with him. So even Stephen there. Yeah, you've been getting that Canadian smoke up there too, have you, Walter? I bet you're getting a lot more of it than we are. But it's amazing how far it has come down. I mean, now here I am, you know, 900 miles from the Canadian border, probably, and it's blending all the way down here. So that's something that smoke could travel that far. But it is what it is. We'll just have to live with it. And I've seen some stuff like that in the past years ago. Hadn't seen it lately, but we'll see some stuff. And a lot usually though, it's not out of Canada. It's usually the North Carolina mountains they'll get some wildfires up in the mountains and it'll smoke up all down in here and everything. I mean, we'll get that. We'll get the Smoky Mountains down here. But I mean, that's of course they the name of the Smoky Mountains up here in up around Cherokee and everything, they got that because of all the cloud cover, the low cloud cover and fog and everything. It looked like the mountains were all smoky every morning and everything. That's how they got that nickname, Smoky Mountains. But it's a pretty part of the United States. Actually, on my I got a picture of Barbara and I in the Smoky Mountains up there at Maggie Valley uh, years ago, and I really I like that area. It's real pretty area. Yeah, yeah, that's what we got. Spend another half trillion here. Of course, they'll find what was the accounting. The GAO, they found that they'd made a mistake on accounting, so they found another $6 trillion that they can give to their war effort. I mean, that's crazy, crazy business out there. They reevaluated some stuff and said they had a $6 trillion error. Yeah, let me make a $6 trillion error on my taxes and see how bad I'll be in jail. But that's the government for you. Oh, really? Some baseball games were canceled. That's bad. Uh, yeah, I knew that. What was it? The Yankees got canceled. I think when I saw that. Yankees or Mets, I can't remember. I think it was Yankees, but I think it was Yankee Stadium got canceled that one day that it was so bad. But uh, I don't know if they've canceled any up there around Minnesota or Detroit or whatever. If the Tigers or the Twins or whoever up there, I don't know if they've canceled or Chicago. Chicago's probably getting some of this smoke too and everything. I guess we'll see today. And then NASCAR's up in Chicago today, so NASCAR can go smoke it up too with the gas fumes around the city of Chicago. I'm gonna watch a little bit of that. I don't know how interesting it'll be, but probably follow the leader around that. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or not. I talked to Landon Walker, my buddy that actually is a gas man for the 24 car. And I was telling him, I said, well, be careful out there. I said, I know you're going to be fueling on the opposite side of the car. He said, well, we're still protected with the wall and everything. So he thinks he'll be okay. But I said, that's going to be a whole new venue. I said, don't let somebody get up there and get hurt. But you have to watch old Landon. He's pretty cool with his fueling. He's so tall, he's like 6'7", and when you see him fuel, he sticks the fuel can in, and he kind of leans back, and the tire guy will actually go underneath him. I mean, a lot of tire guys will go around the fuel guy, but they found out that they can save like a half a second by him just being so big and holding the gas can, and he can go underneath him. So it's pretty cool watching that, the rear tire guy. So watch that if you get a chance, and if they're up there in the lead and they show the 24 car, watch that today because they're one of the few teams that does that. But and they're one of the few teams that probably can do that because Landon's so big. I mean, like I said, he's 6'7", and about, gosh, I don't know, 280 or something. He's a big guy. He played football for Clemson and everything. But he's a good friend, and he and I were. He called me earlier this week. He's getting larger in the FedEx end and everything, and he and I were discussing some business stuff there, and it's kind of interesting. He's a good guy, young boy. I think he's 30. He's 32 or 33 right now, but nice guy, and good to be friends with him. Um, he lives an interesting life on that NASCAR circuit. Wouldn't want to do it. It's just that's something that you have to be young to do. But he's wanting to get out of it eventually because he's got two young children, and he wants to be at home on the weekends and not be gone every single weekend of the year, and kind of change his lifestyle up a little bit if he can. So that's what he's thinking. Well, what's going on with everybody? I mean, I will see some people jump in here. I'm missing a few. I'm missing Zach from down under and Joey from up there at New York. I don't know where Joey is this morning, and some of the other guys. I guess they're busy. Of course, it's 4th of July weekend. I realize there's probably going to be a lot of people out on vacation and not interested in joining a chat this morning, a live chat. So, we'll take it in stride. We know we're probably not going to get the crowd that we usually get. Drink my good old Sprite here. But let me know what everybody's thinking and doing right now. I know, like Jamie was saying, we're worried about the economy. It's getting a little bit tougher now. What was it? I was watching. They were talking about Home Depot. I was watching some reports that Home Depot's sales are way off because the housing market has fallen off, and 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 because the inflation and everything, a lot of people just aren't doing the home improvement like they have had in the past. And when you start watching trends like that in the marketplace, you can kind of watch things. And then also, you can watch transportation. When transportation starts falling off, and it is falling off right now, that's a sign of the economy getting worse. Because I mean, if the goods and services aren't being used, then it's crazy. It's gonna get worse. Do I think Trump has a chance? Well, it the political landscape is really changing out there. Um, I mean, you got RFK that might have inroads on the Democratic Party a little bit. You got Trump who's leading everything, and you've got your. I mean, if Trump is the Republican nominee, he's going to be the best for the. He's going to be the best out there for them. But DeSantis, uh, I don't see him coming on really strong. I don't know. Trump's got such a groundswell of loyal people that like him that it's going to be tough for anybody to beat Trump. I think. I mean, it's that's he's the elephant in the room, you might say. I mean, he's going to be hard to be beat on the Republican side. And I don't know what the landscape of the Republican Party. I don't know who he'll pick as a running mate this time. I almost think that he might pull something off and get somebody like Kerry Lake to run with him, or if not Kerry Lake, he might pull somebody in there like uh, uh, oh gosh, can't think of his name now. Larry, gosh, the black white supremacist, as they called him. Uh, oh shoot. Well, anyway, uh, but the uh, the Indian guy, I can't ever pronounce his name. He's a very smart guy. I liked listening to him. Now he's not polling that good. I mean, of course, a lot of them they're all kind of shrinking down and everything right now. So I don't know, but the Democratic Party is really strange right now. Yeah, yeah, they're dumping the undocumented voters in the country. Well, they're not supposed to be able, you know, to vote till they're registered until they're a citizen. But who's to say that they don't? Who's to say that they don't? There's probably a lot of undocumented that vote, and I really that's where the polling places need to be monitored a whole lot better than they have been in the past. And I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that at all. But what do we say? What do you say? And it is what it is. But I'm not going to worry about politics all year long or all year long next year. I just hope that I hope we can do better and get this world straightened up. I know it. They're trying to buy the votes with you know, they tried to buy them last time, and with yeah, we're going to relieve your debt on your colleges. Well, that's not the Supreme Court's already said that's not legal. You can't do that. And why should your neighbor pay off your debt? And that's what that amounts to. And that's ridiculous. Good gracious. Well, I didn't realize that. I mean, I thought you had to be a citizen to vote. I didn't think you could do it with driver's license. But I mean, there's probably a bunch that are doing that though. But I thought you had to be a legal citizen to be able to vote. I mean, you can't even be a criminal. You can't go to jail and with a felony and get out. If you've ever had a felony, you shouldn't be able to vote. I mean, you're not in most states, but you know, times are changing, and I think the election laws are being prostituted right now. I don't think that they're run right in a lot of states, and so like you're saying, that's tough right there. And I particularly don't like that. But what do we do? What do we do? We do the best we can do. That's all we can do. I mean, I we got a crazy world out there right now. I mean, everybody's. I'm glad that the month of June is finished now, so everybody can get away from this Pride Month. I saw where somebody stated the other day, said, when does the white straight person get their month? I mean, everybody with every ethnicity and every everything to make a point has had their month. Now, when do the white straight people get their month? I guess they don't. And everybody else gets a month to show off this or show off that. Yeah, I know it. It's crazy on a lot of venues what's going on with the undocumented and illegals, as I call them. I don't just call them undocumented. They're illegals, but they don't want to say that, do they? They don't want you to say they're illegals. No, you can't compete with the government, and that's the truth. If the government's going to give them free housing, they're going to go in there, and if the landlord can get it, he's going to get it. So that's the tough situation. Yeah, the veterans get 1 day, and then all the pride people get a whole month. And like I said, I don't care, and I've always said it. You can sleep with who you want to sleep with. I don't care. But you don't need to tell me who you sleep with, why you do that, what your choices are. I don't need you to, just be like me and the rest of us. I don't boast every day of who I sleep with or my orientation. So please just give me the same privilege of not having to listen to your situation. I don't care. I mean, if you want to sleep with a horse, I don't care. It just doesn't matter. Just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself, and that's the way I look at it. Um, People are crazy out there right now with this identity and everything. So I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, and I wish that we would get away from uh, everybody having to identify with their pronoun. And somewhere, I think they said the state of Michigan is going to start fining people $10,000 if you don't identify somebody properly with their pronoun. I mean, that's got to be bizarre. I'll be daggum if I'm paying a $10,000 fine just because somebody's pronoun wasn't. Uh, I mean, if you're going to arrest people in Michigan, arrest them for the crimes that are committed up there, not for the so-called social crimes. I mean, when you start making social issues a crime, that's a crime within itself. I mean, it's pathetic. But the world is getting nuttier, and we've got to change. We got to get some of the right politicians in there to change some of this. We've got to get some logical people back in charge. So so these so these idiots, and I mean idiots that are controlling some of these major cities and everything like that. It's pathetic. It's pathetic that they think that they can do these things and we're going to go along with all of it. And unfortunately, we have gone along with too much of it. But what do you say? I mean, yeah, we need to. We're taking care of the wrong people on the social end of things, and then the people that really need the help, like veterans, are being neglected. Yeah, that's right. They kicked out the homeless veterans and put in the illegals. And I heard the other day where some of the illegals uh, were wanting to be flown to other countries. They're coming across into America, and then when they get over here, then they said, "Well, I'd like for you to fly me to France or England or China." As some said, China. I mean, we're not a travel agency. I mean, if you come across, be thankful that you got across. Don't think that we're going to be a travel agency and ship you anywhere in the world at our expense. But our stupid government, what do we say? They're doing it. They're doing crazy things like that. So we do need to get somebody back in charge, back in the big house, so we don't have these kind of problems. Somebody with common sense. We do not have common sense in the big house anymore. I mean, anybody that can't see that, I pity you. I pity the person that can't see. I'm like Mr. T. I pity the fool. I pity the fool that can't see that because you know the same mistakes keep continually being made by the same people, and that's the thing that just drives you crazy. The same people keep voting the same way, complaining about the same issues, and they expect to get a different result. If you're going to vote for the same kind of people, you're going to get the same result or worse. You're not going to get a better result, and that's the problem we're in right now. That's the problem we're in. That's the way it should be, Jamie. It should be. If you were born a male, that's where you go to that bathroom. I don't think any woman needs to be subjected to some guy come prancing in a dress and then using the bathroom like a man. I mean that's just not it's not fair to any female. I mean if you're a female, go. I mean I don't care if you're a transgender and you're a male by birth, you can go ahead and walk in the men's room. I don't care. You can do whatever you can do there. I don't care. That's up to you. But it's a crazy world we're in. Well, guys, I'm going to cut this short today. I've got a couple of things going on, and Barbara wanted me to get back down to the house as soon as I could. So I'm going to get back down to the house with her, do a few things. I've had a great birthday week. I hope everybody has a great 4th of July. I'm going to call it quits for today and come on and go on back home and do what I need to do down there. So y'all take care. Have a great 4th of July. And hopefully one day we'll get some independence that we can be proud of. See you guys.